Harrison, it's Dad. What's up?
Yo, that was awesome. Holy let's go.
Congratulations, bud.
Thank you. Thanks for everything.
NASCAR fans, Daytona served up a wild one. And if you thought the Coke Zero Sugar 400 would be just another race, think again. Harrison Burton, the guy everyone had counted out, just pulled off the craziest comeback to snag his first ever Cup Series win, and Wood Brothers Racing's 100th no less. Talk about making history. This wasn't just a race. It was a full-on roller coaster of emotions, wrecks, and last lap drama. But the highlight of the day was Jeff Burton's son, an underdog, snatching the win from Kyle Busch, who was so close to his first win for this unlucky season. Despite Burton struggling all season, he just threw down the gauntlet with a last lap stunner to grab his first Cup win. How epic was that finish though? And do you think this win could flip the script on Burton's shaky future and get him a ride next season? And how about Kyle Busch coming up short yet again? Can he finally break through at Darlington? Let's break it all down. Daytona, baby, the place where dreams come true and heartbreaks are written into NASCAR history. But let us tell you folks, the 2024 Coke Zero Sugar 400 had it all. We're talking about a night where a kid who was down and out, a driver with nothing to lose, pulled off one of the most epic finishes we've seen in years. Yes, it is Harrison freaking Burton. This guy right here who everyone had written off. Yeah, the same Harrison Burton who's been struggling to find his footing in the Cup Series, comes out of nowhere, takes the lead on the last lap, and seals his first ever Cup Series win. And not just any win, oh no, this was the 100th win for Wood Brothers Racing. Talk about making history on your way out. Let's be real for a second. Harrison's been through the ringer. The guy has been with Wood Brothers Racing since 2022, but it's been a rough ride. He came into the Cup Series with a lot of hype, but man, it just didn't click. 6 top 10s in 3 years? Ouch. So, it wasn't really a shocker when the team announced Josh Berry was taking over the number 21 ride for next season. Be in the fast lane by subscribing to our channel. Stay updated on all the latest NASCAR news and driver stories. But Burton wasn't ready to bow out just yet, and it couldn't have happened more dramatically, as Burton only led 1 lap out of 164, overtaking Kyle Busch just half a lap before the checkered flag in overtime to secure his place into the playoffs by a fraction of a second over Busch.
And now he is tantalizingly close to that victory, but here comes Harrison Burton for the Wood Brothers. Busch goes low, Burton blocks, he gets back up, comes to the line. Jeff, your little boy, has done it. Harrison Burton wins in Daytona and does what his uncle and dad did.
Nobody would have predicted that a driver who had lost his seat for 2025 and was far off from the playoff picture would secure a win at Daytona International Speedway in the penultimate race of the Cup Series regular season. But that's exactly what happened, resulting in the 23-year-old second-generation driver giving an emotional farewell to his team in the post-race interview.
I don't know, I cried the whole victory lap. Got fired from this job. I wanted to do everything for the Wood Brothers that I could. They've given me an amazing opportunity in life. To get them 100 on my way out is amazing. We're in the playoffs now. Let's go to Darlington and see what happens. It's been the hardest 3 years of my life. Obviously the hardest 3 years for some of these guys' lives. To beat the best in the business, Kyle Busch across the line. My dad was pretty calm on the radio. My fiance Jenna and my mom are both crying. And all those people have been with me in the worst days of my life and the best days. And good to get Dex Imaging and Victor Lane and get them another best day.
Man, if that doesn't give you chills, I don't know what will. Harrison Burton was down and out, already looking at an uncertain future. But when the lights were brightest, when it mattered the most, the dude stepped up and delivered. Despite the uncertainty surrounding his future, Harrison Burton refused to give up in the final lap of the race. His relentlessness paid off, with Burton having Parker Retzlaff to thank for the game-changing push on the final restart. Whether the result changes his Cup Series future remains to be seen, but the young driver will remember this magical victory for the rest of his life. And with Burton's dad Jeff in the broadcast booth, the emotions were real for a family who knows how rough and tumble this sport can be, on not just man and machine, but the psyche. Let's break down that final lap, shall we? Kyle Busch was leading, looking like he was finally going to get that elusive win this season. But out of nowhere, Parker Retzlaff, yeah, a first-time Cup Series starter, comes up behind Burton and gives him the push of a lifetime. Burton's number 21, Ford shoots forward, and he takes the lead with just half a lap to go. Busch tried to fight back, but Burton slammed the door shut with some aggressive blocks, and just like that, Burton steals the win by a razor-thin margin of 0.047 seconds. You gotta feel for Kyle Busch though. The guy's had a season from hell. He's 18th in the playoff standings, needing a win to secure his spot, and he came so close. But as Busch said after the race, besides flat out wrecking him, there was nothing I could do.
Yeah, I mean, you're wide open. You're just doing everything you can. You're relying on everything happening behind you. And unfortunately, the 20, something happened off a 2 where he got swirled up and wasn't to my rear bumper, and then he was below the yellow line, and I don't know what was going on. Completely killed the bottom lane, and the outside just rolled, and that happened so slow that Ray Charles could block that. So besides wrecking him, nothing to do.
NASCAR's a sport of fine margins, and those margins were not in Rowdy's favor.
Finished second, you know, it's all good. We're really lucky tonight to miss a few of them crashes, so all good. Just real proud of everybody, Randall, all the guys, everybody at RCR, ECR. They did a great job and brought a fast car, and, you know, was hoping that we could get those free number 8. Wasn't meant to be, so we'll take this, and got a good little stretch here going with these last 3 weeks, and hope that we can do what we need to do next week. Yeah, no, I haven't seen any of it, but just from what I recall, we got off a 2, and somehow the bottom lane got misconjobulated and broke all of our momentum, and the top lane just rolled, and so they got in front. You know, there was nothing else I could do. We struggled mightily, so we'll just have to go with hopefully a really good package that works and get our job done.
So, with one race left in the regular season, Busch is in a must-win situation at Darlington. The pressure is on, and you just know he's gonna come out swinging. But can he pull it off? Or is this season gonna end in heartbreak for the 2-time champ? Let us know what you think in the comments. Can Rowdy make the playoffs? Or is it game over? Now, let's talk about how wild this race was. Daytona was living up to its reputation with not 1, not 2, but 3 massive wrecks that took out nearly half the field. We had everything from Noah Gragson and Corey LaJoie tangling early to Michael McDowell going airborne just 8 laps to go. But the one that really set the stage for this Cinderella story was caused by none other than Josh Berry himself. To add to all the action, there was Daniel Suarez in number 99 Chevrolet that had the biggest scary surprise when fuel caught fire during the first pit stops and spread to his rear bumper. With Burton's win, he's locked himself into the postseason as the 13th driver to secure a spot. That leaves just 3 spots up for grabs heading into Darlington. Bubba Wallace, Ross Chastain, and Chris Buescher are all in the mix, but only one of them can clinch it based on points. The drama is off the charts, y'all. Daytona brought the heat, and the reactions from drivers and fans were just as intense. You had Burton's team celebrating like they'd won the championship, and rightfully so. This is why we love NASCAR, folks. So, what does this mean for Harrison Burton's future? The guy just pulled off a miracle, but will it be enough to keep him in the Cup Series next year? No teams have shown interest in him yet, but with the playoffs around the corner, there's still time to make a statement. But what do y'all think? Will this win be the turning point for Burton's career, or is it too little, too late? One thing's for sure, Daytona never disappoints. From heartbreaks to history-making moments, this place always delivers. And Harrison Burton delivered a performance we'll be talking about for years to come. He may be out of a ride after this season, but he's not out of the fight just yet. Alright, it's time to hear from you guys. Do you think Burton can keep this momentum going? Can Kyle Busch finally catch a break at Darlington? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's get this discussion rolling. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe for more interesting stories and updates from everything NASCAR. Do share this video with your friends. Until next time, keep the conversation going on, lucky doggone track.